everybody, it's Penguin, and I'm in the kitchen, and we have a few goodies that we're going to make. And yes, we know Christmas is past, but we still have some things that we need to make. So, I'm going to bring you guys along with me. The first thing I'm going to make is jelly nougat. If you guys remember Brock's back in the day, they had the white pieces of candy with the different colored pieces of, like, you know, jelly things in them. So that's the first thing we're going to make. So I've got my 9x13 cookie sheet. I've got it lined with parchment paper. I've sprayed it and I've spread it out real quick. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up some, I have some dots here. I have, what made me think about it is because I had some dots left over from, yeah, there you go. Well, it's backwards no matter what. I've got some dots left over from New Year's Eve that are in the box. So I went ahead and had Chef grab me another box, and I'm going to get these cut up so that I can get at least a good cup, maybe a cup and a half of dots. I'm going to get those cut up. Okay, so I've got some dots laid out here just a little bit for now. I'm not going to make you guys stick around with me while I cut all these up, but I wanted to show you I have these beautiful measuring cups that my friend Gail sent me. My BFF sent me these for my birthday. Set of Pioneer Woman measuring cups. I just love these things. They're so pretty. And she also sent me the spoons. So I just love the design on those. I know, I don't understand why everything is backwards with this. I never had that issue before. So I'm going to have to figure it out because obviously I don't want to turn the camera around because if I do, then I can't see what you guys are seeing or what I'm doing or anything. So I'm going to have to get that figured out. I need to get a camera, like a regular camera is what I need to do. Anyway, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these dots and I'm going to cut them in half. I want to try to get at least a good full cup of them, maybe a cup and a half. I'm going to aim for a cup and a half. So we're just going to do that. I'm only going to cut them in half. I'm not going to cut them in quarters. So, and they're sticky, but you can see just cutting them in half. That way when they're in the nougat, you know, it's better to get a half a piece than to get a whole whopping piece of this that you're trying to chew on at once. Okay, I've got a heaped up cup of the dots cut up. I basically did the cherry, the lemon, the lime, and the orange. Those are the favorites. So I know it's kind of hard to see the colors in here, but that's what I used. Okay, now the next step, all of this is going to be done in the microwave. So you want to make sure that you've got your pan covered in parchment paper and sprayed with butter. I've got two 10.5-ounce bags of miniature marshmallows. We're going to be using those. You're going to want to use 2 bags of white morsels. You're going to want to use 2 bags of these. These are 11 ounces each. And I know everything's backwards, but these are just the white baking chips from Walmart. Again, a cup to a cup and a half of dots cut up. And we're going to be using a half a stick of butter. So this is salted butter, which is okay. I'm going to be using a half a stick of that. Okay, so I put my half a stick of butter in the bottom. I've got my 2 bags of marshmallows in here, which is equivalent to about 10 cups. So I'm going to microwave these on 1-minute intervals. And then I'm going to stir them around real quick. You want to spray everything that comes in contact with the marshmallows, obviously. Just like when you're making Rice Krispie treats and stuff. So I've got this to use, and then I've also got this to use to scrape down the sides. So that's what I'm getting ready to do, and I'm gonna microwave it until it comes to a smooth consistency. I don't have my white chips in here yet. That's gonna come after this gets all melted. So I'll show you as we go along. Okay, this was about 7 go-rounds in the microwave, and my marshmallows aren't doing exactly what I want them to do because, well, I think because they weren't past the expiration date. They're a little older, so...
I used a package of them last week to make some Rice Krispie treats, and it took me a long time to get them to melt down.
Okay, so first thing is I'm dumping in 1 package of my white chips. I'm going to stir that around, and it's going to get really, really hard. I mean, it's great arm exercise. It's great arm exercise for you. Okay. Go ahead and open my other ones. The heat, the residual heat from the marshmallows should melt the white chips. But it's going to be a lot on your arms. So that much I'll tell you for sure. It's going to be a lot on your arms. And you want to scrape down your marshmallow as much as possible. And then spray what you're going to use with a lot of butter spray. I'm going to go ahead and dump in my juju fruits, or my dots as well. Because the rest is just going to be arm strength. The rest is just going to be arm strength. And it is a workout, let me tell you. Definitely a workout. Okay. So, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to... Can you hand me my wooden spoon back? Just going to stir, stir, stir. And get this all melted up. I'm going to need the spatula so you don't...
I was going to wash it and spray it again.
That's alright, it's still good. Chef was going to wash everything for me, but it's okay. Anyway, we're just going to keep smashing it against the side of the dish and stir. We want to get all of those chips melted down. And like I said, it's an arm workout for sure. But that's what I'm going to be doing here for the next few minutes. So, I'll meet you back when I'm all done. Okay, everybody. So, now I've got my pan here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dump this out onto my pan. Make sure I get all my dots out of there. And I'm going to put on a rubber glove. I'm going to put on a rubber glove. Do you know where my metal scraper is?
The biscuit scraper?
Yeah, dough scraper. Yeah. I'm spraying this with some butter spray. And this is hot, so, you know, use caution. Going to try to spread this out. It wants to slide around on you, of course.
This?
Yeah. It's worth it when it's all done, guys. I promise it is. Let's spray this. You just want to try to spread it out into a nice square. Because, you know, when you cut them, you're going to be cutting them into pieces, obviously. So, I did make one mistake. It's not really a big mistake. I didn't notice when I opened up one of my bag of chips that instead of it being just the white baking chips, whoops. Hang on, guys. Let me try to fix you. Okay. Instead of it being white baking chips, it was vanilla baking chips, which is not a big difference. I mean, the white is vanilla too, but they had a little bit of a tan color. So, which is giving my nougat a little bit of a tan color. So anyway, I'm just going to finish spreading these out, and when I get it all done, I'll bring you back. Okay, so you can see I've got these all spread out now in my pan. So I'm going to refrigerate these for a couple of hours, and then I'll cut them into little squares, and I'll show you what they look like then. But in the meantime, we're going to move on to something else. In the meantime, we need another pan of chocolate peanut butter fudge, which I already have a video out there for that, so I didn't put you guys through it. So I just got done pouring this. So the next thing we're going to do is prep for some other fudges. Hey everybody, I apologize. I forgot to take a picture of the nougat when I was cutting it. I was cutting it and packaging it up to be sent out in the mail. But here's what we have left in this bag right here. And you can see the yummy nougats in there. I didn't eat any. Chef did. He said they're very good. So we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Bye. Say bye, Chef.
Bye, Chef.
Bye, Chef.